I just want to know, like, what is wrong with these people? What's wrong with Trump, man? I mean, he goes to the doctor. Then he, like, you know, he doesn't want to go. First of all, he knew he needed to go. He didn't go, okay? So let's cut the crap. Donald Trump knew he needed to go to the doctor. He didn't go to the doctor. He knew he had been infected. As soon as Hope Hicks came infected, everyone should have shut it down, Johnson. Well, Donald Trump today released himself. He checked himself out of Walter Reed Medical Center right in my neck of the woods near Andrews Air Force Base. Okay, not far from me, my stomping grounds. He went back to civilization, the White House, not before doing a pointless chauffeuring, had the Secret Service chauffeur him around to wave at people to go, hey, and then 6 hours later, go home anyway. I don't understand it, Johnson. All right, I understand there are people watching the show who haven't determined in their mind if they believe COVID-19 is real or a hoax, okay? Okay, the body bags, the refrigerator trucks with corpses in them doesn't impress them. Other people telling them that friends of theirs have passed away from it, they don't believe it. It's all a hoax. Someone called me a deep state actor because I said people should wear masks. Donald Trump, your president, is sick. Okay, he's sick. This is what it is. Donald Trump goes home, but Donald Trump's not better. His own doctors were camouflaging for him. They were suppressing it. Donald Trump cares more about being the president again, getting re-election and being in a good position than he does his own health. Now, I talked to my brother about this on Friday. He doesn't think Donald Trump is sick. He doesn't think Donald Trump is sick at all. He thinks Donald Trump just had a bad debate performance. And the Republican Party wants him to calm down, stay out of the limelight. Like, at this point, guys, I don't know what's true, what's false, but I do know what my eyes see. And they saw this. That's somebody having a problem, having difficulty breathing, Johnson. I have sinus issues. It's not chest related. It's all up in here. So I take stuff for that. This is chest. This is lungs. You know what this is also, folks? It's not funny. There's more. I saw this as well. All right, so, I'm not going to sit here and make crude jokes or try to be cute about the situation. What we have here is a person's having a difficulty breathing. Now, I don't know how long that lasted for him. I know he's on various medications. Some medications you should know are not medications you or have access to. You can't go buy what Donald Trump bought, okay? What he's dealing with, what he's using to try to overtake or be able to combat this virus are not available on the market to normal folks like you and I. But make no mistake about it, I don't think Donald Trump is pretending to have a problem breathing. I don't think this is an act. I believe that it's genuine. And I know it's a stretch, but I do believe there's something wrong. And unlike some people, I take no joy in it. I'm not saying that someone deserves grace. I give grace because that is who I am. I won't allow Donald Trump or the rest of you to change who I am. Can't do it. Won't allow it. I can be critical and I can be tough. Doesn't mean I got to be merciless. And it doesn't mean I agree with things Trump has said about others. Of course, I could be like others and just repeat things they think the crowd want to hear. Like, it is what it is, but it's not who I am. So anyway, back to Donald Trump. Donald Trump, back at the White House, not breathing well. I don't know if Donald Trump should have done this or not, but Rudy Giuliani went on Fox News to talk about Donald Trump. And Donald Trump, it looked like Rudy Giuliani, who's waiting on his own test, maybe should not be the person to talk right now, because he's got his own problems.
The polls, everybody questions the polls, but pretty consistently, everybody questions the polls, but pretty consistently, everybody questions the polls, but pretty consistently. The scientists say it's okay. He is going. The scientists say it's okay. He is going. The scientists say it's okay. He is going. The scientists. That you're talking about where it becomes, maybe ridiculous, like driving by yourself in a car with one on. But do you think that this whole experience for the president will change the way he looks at it a little bit?
Sure. Things like this do change you. I think he indicated that he's been educated a lot. I think we have to wait and see exactly the conclusions that he's drawn from it. But I know he's drawn some conclusions from what he's gone through. And there's a balance here to be struck between wearing a mask and wearing a mask to the point of almost, political theater or maybe even worse than that, fear, irrational fear.
I don't consider it political theater for people to be concerned about their health and the health of the people around them. Political theater, well, I personally am not running for office. So I don't know what political theater would have to play into average Americans wearing masks. And even those in politics wearing masks or not wearing masks, they still have to go home to non-politicians where there is no theater. There is no cameras to perform in front of unless you're talking about TikTok videos that your daughter took or your granddaughter took. Hey, boo-boo. Be that as it may, what is Rudy Giuliani really trying to say here? He's doing damage control on behalf of Donald Trump. Hey, Rudy, next time you want to do damage control, get your test results. Make sure you're good. Because every time you coughed, many Democrats went, aha! As they should. But the way Julie's talking, the way that Rudy's talking right now is not it's not only Rudy talking this way. Trump's also talking this way. Like be safe, be careful, but don't be too careful. Don't be too safe. You don't want to be overly safe. You don't want to go into a situation where you're full of fear you're being so safe. If there were wild animals out there, wolves outside, werewolves or vampires or zombies even, there would be nothing even close to being too safe. They wouldn't even register too safe. Here goes Donald Trump talking about how safe or not too safe for, I really don't understand. You guys figure it out.
I just left Walter Reed Medical Center, and it's really something very special. The doctors, the nurses, the first responders, and I learned so much about coronavirus. And one thing that's for certain, don't let it dominate you. Don't be afraid of it. You're going to beat it. We have the best medical equipment. We have the best medicines, all developed recently. And you're going to beat it. I didn't feel so good. And 2 days ago, I could have left 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I felt great, like better than I have in a long time. I said just recently, better than 20 years ago. Don't let it dominate. Don't let it take over your lives. Don't let that happen. We have the greatest country in the world. We're going back to work. We're going to be out front. As your leader, I had to do that. I knew there's danger to it, but I had to do it. I stood out front. I led. Nobody that's a leader would not do what I did. And I know there's a risk, there's a danger, but that's okay. And now I'm better, and maybe I'm immune. I don't know. But don't let it dominate your lives. Get out there. Be careful. We have the best medicines in the world, and it all happened very shortly, and they're all getting approved, and the vaccines are coming momentarily. Thank you very much. And Walter Reed, what a group of people. Thank you very much.
I remember when I said that Joe Biden was incoherent. And sometimes he is incoherent, and I guess I was spot on with that. But Trump is also incoherent in another way. He throws everything against the wall, and he hopes that something sticks. He says a lot, but ends up saying nothing. You understand what he's saying, but what he's saying is not to be understood. What is he even talking about? Donald Trump, you just went to the hospital because you have coronavirus. You proved that you can be infected. You proved that it's easy to catch. You caught it. And you were in an environment where people were being tested daily. Something average Americans don't have. And you sure you want to stick with this talking point that all is well? Is that really I know you have some ardent supporters, but at some point, some of them are going to have to think that this guy doesn't care about their health. He cares more about looking strong than he does care about if I'm okay. Then he goes on to say that maybe he's incapable of being sick, or what was the words he used? Maybe I'm cured, or maybe I can't be sick. You are sick. You are sick. Folks, you should know that Herman Cain went to a Trump rally on one day, like June 24th. He didn't know he was infected till a week later. And it took a month for him to pass away from it. And a week before he passed away from it, he said, "Hey, I'm doing better." Trump says here, I had to do it. I had to get out front. I had to be a leader. And leaders would get out front. Well, you know what? Leaders also could practice social distancing. Leaders could wear masks. Leaders don't need to hold events where only 50 people out of 150 people wear masks and hardly anyone social distance themselves. That's not called being a leader. That's called being foolish. That's called thinking you're invincible. That's called not believing the science. All right. Hey, I'm not going to convince anybody tonight, I'm sure, who doesn't already believe that coronavirus is real. Those of you who don't believe it's real are going to probably walk away thinking that. I mean, either he's lying or you're wrong.